if for the clap sync, I just started like clapping a whole bunch and you didn't know how to edit it? Oh, wait.
You're editing. Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Get fucked, dumbass.
God damn it, no.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
You never notice it when you're doing the countdown, you do your Ben Shapiro voice?
Do I really?
Yeah, when you're counting down the numbers.
Let's say, in theory, you were going to do a clap test. Say, go on go.
Not on 3, but on go.
On go. We had a little bit of trouble
Now,
in the beginning.
You went on 3, but I wanted you to go on go.
Would that make you a liar?
Maybe a bad podcast host.
And then Joe Rogan's like, dude, I've been doing this for a long time, man.
I want to see Joe Rogan's sync test.
Who would be the funniest person to see do a sync test? I think Bernie Sanders is the winner
a
here.
Bernie Sanders sync test?
Yeah.
It would take so many takes. He just keeps fucking up the sync.
I said on go or on 3. Make up your goddamn mind. Does Bernie Sanders swear?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so he would say make up your goddamn
Yeah,
mind.
I think all politicians swear now because it's like cool.
Yeah, it's like that's how you get the voters, you swear.
But it's so lame.
Well, Duncan, all presidents do swear when they get inaugurated.
They get sworn in, they put their hand on the Bible, and they just go, fuck. I gotta do this for 4 years?
God fucking damn it.
Fuck this.
Shit, fuck. Back in the day, they used some other choice words.
Yeah, they would say gadzooks.
Gadzooks, I do say, bastard. This is going to be one hell of a year.
Yeah. Oh, dude, calm down. We're gonna get the explicit tag on iTunes, which we already have.
We'll get the double explicit, extra explicit.
The triple explicit.
Do you think there's podcasts that are just like pornography for your ears?
Like ASMR? That's what ASMR is, right?
That's what ASMR is. It's just pornography for your ears.
There is ASMR pornography too.
Is there?
Yeah, like combination.
How would that work? Oh, combination. Okay, yeah. I don't like that. You do you at home, viewer, but I'm personally not a fan of it. Or listener.
You don't like it, but you make it here. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Those are the tags we put on it.
Yeah, that's why we have so many viewers who are so like free the nipple forward and stuff like that.
Why do you think the 13th year got so many clicks?
Do you think maybe it's because people like the movie? No. It's because we tagged that one with like, we were testing out the sex tags on that one.
There was some good SEO.
It went too good.
Say.
Yeah, it went too good, so we had to like pull it back.
Scale it back. Yeah.
Too many people were enjoying the show.
Too many people liked it.
Yeah, too many people were watching the first 3 seconds, realizing it wasn't the 13th year full movie and leaving.
Yeah, welcome to The Other Me full movie. Watch online free now.
That's what I'm gonna put in the description. People are really gonna think it's that. Oh, that's what you do is you call your podcast "Watch Free Now."
Full movie online free now.
Yeah, call your movie podcast Put Locker. Are you? And then people go, "Oh,
that's
there
important."
It is. I think .ru domains you actually have to move to Russia to get. So you just moved to Russia for a year
what
and
Snowden did.
legally get the RU
he
domain.
wanted WikiLeaks.ru because he thought it looked cooler.
Right.
So
Because it just flows really well with WikiLeaks right before.
It does.
It's a vanity link sort of thing.
Yeah. Imagine if you had to do tasks to get vanity plates.
Like, in order to get the vanity plate, like, you have to build a snowman and get a badge like
No, I was
Boy
thinking
Scouts.
like there's like a weird challenge, and then you get the right to have any vanity plate you want.
I see. So it's sort of like a rite of passage.
Like a license, a vanity plate license.
You have to prove that you're not gonna like secretly make something that's a little crass.
You have to watch the episode of Seinfeld with the Ass Man license plate. It's the only requirement.
Does DCOMcast stand for DCOMcast or
What else could it? DocMcast.
Yeah, I was trying to go for like MCM.
MCM.
Multi-channel networks.
Welcome back to the MLM cast. It's not what you think it is. It's a pyramid scheme.
It's MLM stands for Minotaurs Land Miragans. It's a real play D&D podcast.
Stands for Man Love Movies.
Man Love Movies.
Man Love Movies. Look at the Man Love Movies podcast. Where we're going to watch Call Me By Your Name. You want me to read the plot synopsis of the movie we actually watched?
Yeah, let's dive into the plot synopsis of The Other Me.
So, we watched The Other Me. When Will Browning is threatened with military summer school if he doesn't get better grades, he decides to do a science project that will definitely get an A. So he buys some ocean pups, unhatched sea creatures that will look spectacular, but he hasn't bargained for the cloning agent that the unscrupulous manufacturers have put in the kit. Next thing he knows, there's another him.
Oh, I must have watched a different movie. The one I watched had a person duplicating a Nintendo Wii Me.
Me too.
Me too.
But it's Nintendo. It's a Wii game.
Nintendo. It's a Switch remake. It's called God. Me Too. So, God, this movie was bad.
Yeah?
It took a lot of jokes that it shouldn't have taken.
It did have that thing in movies where something bad would happen and a character would go, well, I have this, so that bad thing doesn't happen now.
Yeah. The way that they introduce The Other Me is this like really just wacky and wild sequence where he's like laying in bed and he looks at the newspaper and some like Back to the Future sounding music starts playing, like the glockenspiel thing,
and the like tank of water he has starts to bubble and glow.
Hey y'all, Evan from the future here. Stopping in to let you know that at that point I hit my space bar because I was doing like a funny bit. I was moving my arms around, hit the space bar, stopped recording, and started playing back. And I realized that I was recording using my camera microphone instead of my regular microphone, and I just had to re-record that whole beginning bit. So the past 8 minutes of your life has been a lie. I hope it was seamless. I really hope it was seamless. Here's what it sounded like. God, this movie was bad. Yeah. So go ahead, get back into it here. Here you go. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Maybe you should go hide in your closet while we record too.
Yeah, I just pressed this space bar on my recorder.
For the MLM cast.
For the
Or both of us recording in our closets.
We're both in the closet.
The MLM cast coming to you live from 2 separate closets, miles apart.
These boys are not touching. But through the power of the internet, they're only a couple of pixels apart, because that's how Discord displays it.
The power of the internet is to connect all of our closets together.
To connect all closets within one nation.
What were we talking about? Oh, the tank.
Yeah. It starts like firing. It feels like it's like there's fire bursting from inside of it.
Yeah, it's like an orange glow.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's
and then,
life being created, though.
Yeah, and then suddenly, like, like Blender 2.0 water simulation comes, like, bubbling out over top of it. And suddenly there's a boy there, and this is the boy.
There's a quote-unquote naked boy.
Yeah. Yeah, because he comes out just sort of in jeans already.
But here's the thing. He's not supposed to be in jeans.
No.
That was an editing error that we got to see the jeans he was in.
Right.
Because he's given a towel to put around his waist as if he's not wearing anything, but he's clearly wearing a pair of denim jeans.
Pair of jeans, yeah. And can you imagine being the editor and being told, all right, now go ahead and like Photoshop his pants off for me?
What if this movie was called The Other Jeans?
Why, Sister of the Traveling Me, why would it be called The Other Jeans?
Because those jeans are cloned from his jeans. Those
What's super weird is like it takes it from like it does this stupid shot where like he uses a comb to stir the water mixture.
who would do that?
Yeah, I don't think that's very effective.
Who would buy sea monkeys and then use their own hair comb, like their normal everyday comb, to stir the eggs in?
Oh God, now my scalp itches. I didn't even do that. My scalp itches. Yeah. And then like there's like this like shiny like thing that appears on his comb. It like shines on one of his hairs, and then suddenly he's there. But it duplicates him from his genes, and he comes out wearing jeans, which means that like it's in his genes to have jeans.
He's also oiled up.
He is also really oiled up. Like it's supposed to look. It's supposed to look like he's wet, but it's very like. It looks like they were like they didn't want to keep making him more and more wet during takes.
I think it's supposed to look like how babies look when they come out, how they have that like veneer across them, how they're lacquered.
Yeah, God. You're probably right.
The genes were his placenta. The placenta genes.
Placenta genes. Some like mother is going to be like, oh, you got to eat the genes. You got to eat the genes that your baby comes out in.
I made gene pancakes.
I made gene soup. Man, if you were to prepare potatoes in a certain way, then put the genes in it would be Billie Jean.
Potatoes? Billy potatoes?
There's a potato recipe.
Potatoes,
Billy something.
Potatoes all Billy? What are billied potatoes, Evan?
Well, it's not billied potatoes. It's like a dish called Billy something, and it's a potato dish.
What? Is this real?
I think so. I saw a recipe for it.
Billy
and didn't
potatoes?
click on it. I don't know. It's like it had the same like sentence. It's had the same syllabic structure as Billie Jean. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not finding anything, Evan.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Billy potatoes.
Well, I don't love it. So.
Not to embarrass you or anything, but the only thing that really comes up is a Wattpad called Billy Potato.
Well, it's not Billy Potato. That's not the name of the dish.
Oh.
The name of the dish is like Billy something that sounds like Jean.
Hold on, I found one called Gaming Problems for Girls. It's split up into 3 segments: Assassin's Creed, Modern Warfare 3, and Minecraft.
Whoa. Whoa. What a like slice. What, gaming problems for girls?
Yeah, it's like a little girl complaining about the discrimination she faces online from gamers.
Oh. Yeah. Was that what Gamergate was?
No, this has like 100 views.
That's a lot for Gamergate.
This is really good.
Cut me a slice of that.
And I'll have you know, I don't own a pink Barbie dress, but if I did, it would be red because the blood didn't come out.
What? When was this released? When was this article released?
I don't know how to tell. Honestly, I'm not a Wattpad power user.
You might be able to tell. 2015. Assassin's Creed wasn't that popular in 2015, was it? It was. I feel like it was more popular like the first couple of games.
It was. This ends with "My Sisters of the Brotherhood unite," which is pretty cool.
I like that a lot. There are still people buying Assassin's Creed Halloween costumes, so apparently I don't have my finger on the pulse of what's popular in video gaming anymore.
That's cool. It's kind of an easy costume though, right?
What do you mean?
Like you're sort of just wearing a hood, and the rest of it sort of. It's not like a mask or anything.
Right. My Halloween costume this year is just gonna be like the character who goes into the Animus.
Oh,
Desmond.
Just a white hoodie and jeans.
Yeah.
That's
And then
cool.
people be like, "Who are you?" Like, "Don't you recognize me?" Go to conventions like that.
Don't you recognize me? I'm the Twitch streamer, my serval. That's my costume.
I just go in a Pikachu onesie and people are like, "Oh, that's cool. It's Pikachu."
Like,
No, you don't understand.
You go in like a Cookie Monster costume, and people are like, "Oh, you're Cookie Monster." I'm Uber Haxor Nova's Minecraft skin. Oh, you're William Riker. Very cool. No, I'm Blue Zephos, actually.
Oh, cool. You're like a Mike Wazowski. Oh, come on. I'm Jacksepticeye. You know that.
Somebody just buying a Mike Wazowski costume, making it bloodshot and ripping off the horns to be Jacksepticeye's logo. That's cool.
What are you? A chicken nugget inside of like a? Are you like a Chick-fil-A? No. I'm nugget biscuit nugget in a biscuit. And I'm just looking for some mashed potatoes to just get all dirty with.
To dip it all in mashed potatoes. And I also have a diamond sword. And I could swing my
You
sword.
can't afford. It was really expensive for me, a child.
So he clones
So the reason
himself.
that this kid, the reason he's like going so hard for his science project is because he's gonna get sent to military camp if he can't, which is like so
Right.
funny to me that he's like, this movie is very like anti-military camp.
Well, I mean, who isn't?
Military camp is the antagonist of this movie.
Are you pro-military camp, Evan?
No, not necessarily. But I'm not this like anti-military camp.
So why don't you go to one then, huh?
They wouldn't have me. I have too much hair.
They would shave your hair, Evan.
They'd have to keep shaving it.
Yeah, they do that.
I would cost them more than I was worth.
They do that. They keep shaving you.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Not just one time?
No, they keep doing it.
I thought it was a coming of age sort of thing.
It's like you shed your child hair and now you have adult hair.
Exactly. And now that you have a buzz cut, you can grow it out to be like whatever you want it to be.
Exactly.
It sort of resets everything.
When as a baby you're born with a buzz cut.
I mean, it's true. It's like you're going back to one, basically.
That's why they call it a 1 on the razor. It's for the age of hair you want.
One of them is just like 83 and it's like 2 feet long.
It's just shaving your hair. Again. So he clones himself, and it takes him a minute to really realize what this means.
Yeah. And all the while the clone is like being stupid because apparently that's how that works.
No, he's actually very smart, and he reads a whole science book.
And he memorizes it. That's why this movie is so like bad, because it just contradicts itself there.
So he's a fresh brain. He has no information in him, so he can absorb whatever he sees.
Well, yeah, but his body isn't fresh.
Yeah, it
He comes
is.
out like he comes out fully formed as like not a baby, but as like a grown boy.
Right,
So
but
that means that
imagine if you were born with a full brain. Like a lot of
But you-
animals are born like that, with a fully functioning brain.
But the point I'm making is like it's sort of teleportation style. If it copies how he is exactly, it would copy all of his brain cells as well.
No, it's a clone. It's not a copy. It's a genetic clone.
So then why does he come out with the body
genes?
at the age at which he is and genes?
Because it's a
Ding.
hyperclone. This movie
Oh,
had,
you're
an
right.
actual legitimate ding from one of the characters.
Hyperclone. It did. It really did. It was so funny.
His older sister like points out a plot hole in his clone story and goes ding ding ding.
Yeah. And it was like, dang, she should do the podcast with us.
She should, yeah. Hey, if
Which-
you want to be
hey.
on the podcast,
If you have contact to this actress, we want her to be on the show so she can tell us all the problems during filming.
yeah.
get the dirty on
if you know
on
Allison
DCOM production.
Pill, if you know Allison Pill, get us in contact.
If you know anybody in the Pill family, in the Pill lineage,
If you know anyone who's been in a DCOM,
hey, for real, if you know anyone who's been in a DCOM,
yeah, send them this.
do you think we could get that website Cameo?
Yeah,
Where you can pay famous or relatively famous people to say stuff into a camera for you.
it would cost so much money to do a full hour-long thing on Cameo.
You don't have to do a full hour. You just do like 10 minutes where you're like, oh, we have a special guest, and then you give them the full script and you just like pretend it's improvised.
Oh my god.
And then you sit there like, whoa, that was really awesome. I cannot believe that happened. It's like very obviously canned.
I wonder if there are any on Cameo. We'll have to check after.
Yeah.
Oh, correction from last time. It wasn't Gillette. I don't know how I didn't think of this. I'm so upset about this. It was the Schick robot.
Oh, Schick, that's right. It's the Schick robot.
And I looked it up. There's 2 pictures. It's only the male robot. So, big market.
No, the female robot definitely exists.
No. What I'm saying is, there's only pornography of the male robot.
Oh, you're saying the market is in the porn.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, hey, if anybody's out there looking for some inspiration, some like untreaded ground.
Yeah.
The female Schick robot is clear and open as day for you to use as your canvas.
Yeah. Use the female Schick robot as your canvas.
The world is your oyster, and so is the Schick robot.
So he comes up with the plan that every kid had, imagining they had a twin or a clone, which is I'm going to stay home and play Dreamcast and you go to school.
Yeah, I'm going to play movie Dreamcast.
I'm going to play some shitty old racing game on a Dreamcast.
And so like he's sitting in his room and he has like the microwave in his room and he just makes popcorn all day. And like when he's done with one popcorn, makes another.
That's the weirdest part of the movie because like the idea of putting the microwave in your room is so that your mom won't notice you going to make food, but she's 100% going to notice the microwave missing from the kitchen.
Yeah, and then also, like, obviously you'd have the popcorn popping sounds and the smells.
And the loud microwave sounds.
Yeah, the beep, beep, beep. And then the chunk, popcorn. Man, it was a really good idea to leave my clone at school so I could stay at home. My parents don't know anything about this, and I don't plan to tell them.
And then inevitably you eat the popcorn while it's too hot.
Right,
you burn your mouth.
Yeah. That's how it always goes. I remember when I was in school, that's how it went.
I remember when I had a clone, yeah.
Everybody had a clone in some way. You know what I mean? Somebody who followed them around school and was like, I'm going to be like you. Ooh.
Dude, what if we did this? We just pretended we were the same person.
Like we go to each other's like place of work.
Yeah.
And we're just like, hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's me, Evan.
Hey, it's me, Duncan. I am working and I'm loving it here.
I'm here on the set. I got my camera.
And they're like, you didn't have to bring a camera. We have it. You know,
I got a camera.
Well, yeah, we have a camera too. You don't like we have a camera that was like for the movie. I mean, you don't need it.
You guys ever seen Quince?
Oh, is that new Scorsese movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. You got an early screening? That's cool. Evan, you're so cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You've changed, man. Like last time you were on set, you were so boring. You're so cool now.
I would be so.
Hey, everybody!
Open.
Why don't we like have a dance party right now? Hey, put on some music. We'll stop the tape.
It's me, Evan, and I love frozen pizza.
Hey, Evan, it's me, the girl who you don't like. You want to go to the winter social at the high school?
Oh, Evan, if I got to be you for a day, you'd have so many dates with girls you don't like.
Hey, Evan, you want to play a game where we scare each other?
Hey, you want to talk about how my dad left when I was 2? That was the realest line in any of these movies so far.
Yeah. Oh God.
My dad left me and my mom when I was 2
Yes.
from the bully.
So in case it wasn't clear, all those things really did happen in the movie. Including enough to the dance party during the lunch. Because what happens is he eats a piece of pizza and he's like, "Whoa, this is so good!" And he starts.
I've never eaten anything this good before.
And he starts like doing the robot, and then everybody in the cafeteria stops talking, looks over at him, and instead of being like, "Hey, dumb nerd, idiot," they go. One of the kids goes, "All right," and he like takes a boombox and starts playing music and dancing with him.
Yeah, and they get up on the lunch tables, and the whole group is dancing.
It's literally, and everyone clapped the movie.
Oh my God. But it starts off so, like, realistic with
Yeah.
him dancing with no sound and everybody just kind of awkwardly looking away.
And like, yeah. And then all of a sudden it turns into like this huge dance party and he gets sent to the office for it. And outside of the office is like his bully. And this is like the clone. So the clone's like doesn't, I guess he does know, but he's like, "Hey, it's not cool that you bullied me just because I did this to you." And then the guy's like, "Oh, dang." And he's like, "Yeah, my mom left me when I was 2. And he's like, "Yeah, what do you mean my old?"
I don't know what it's like to have a dad.
Yeah. And he's like,
Because
"Yeah."
I'm a clone.
Right. Because, you know, he's a clone and he doesn't have a dad physically, actually, and he's new.
His dad is himself.
Yeah, who's the dad in this situation? Is it the lab guys who made the mixture that does the hypercloning, or is it himself?
So, if you want to look at it sort of like biologically, scientifically, I think the cloning serum acted as the sperm and the hair acted as the egg.
I think it's the other way around, because the cloning serum is the medium in which the clone grows.
Is it, or is it from the hair? I would expect the hair to grow into the boy, not
guess-
the serum.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I guess that's true.
So really, he's his own mom.
So he's his own mom. And we're so proud
There's
of him.
so many parts of this where the clone will be like, "My grandpa," and he'll say, "No, it's dumbass. It's my grandpa. You're a clone.
Yeah.
You don't have rights."
Yeah, he was like really mean to the clone. And it's himself. Like, literally treat others as how you would want to be treated.
The golden rule.
Because it
Doesn't apply to clones.
No, yeah, clones, I forgot, yeah. There's the Clone Act of 1999 where clones got all their rights revoked. And that's,
Would you treat a clone the same as you treat a person?
I don't think I would treat a clone. I think the clone would exist and I would be like, "All right, you do you. I'm a not ever do anything related to you ever again. Go to New York. Bye. I'm scared of you. Please don't ruin my life." Especially after the harrowing tale of this movie.
But he improved his life.
Well, yeah, but like everybody liked the clone a lot more. I guess he did improve his life
No.
at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no. He did improve his life because everybody still liked him because they couldn't tell the difference.
Right.
Do you think if you actually acted the way the clone does in this movie, people would actually like you?
No. God, no. Did you watch the same movies I did?
No, I'm just wondering because it felt bad and wrong to me.
Yeah.
But the movie was telling me that it was
good,
so
and that this is how you're supposed to act. And like the moral of the
Yeah.
story was like, why act afraid when you can act like yourself? But this guy was like going out of his way to be mean to people, but then the people were like, "You know what? Dang, you're right."
It's true. He also got a girlfriend that he didn't really want just by saying yes.
Yeah, because what happened was she was like, "Do you want to go with me to the social?" And he was like, "Will you bring pizza?"
Will there be pizza there?
"Will you have pizza there?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'll have pizza there." And he's like, "Okay."
This script was based on the Hillary Clinton leaked emails.
It's very Pizzagate.
Will there be walnut sauce there?
Let's say, theoretically, there's pizza.
What if we cloned Ben Shapiro?
Then we
Let's say, hypothetically, I was a clone.
Currently, under the current jurisdiction of the law, I would not have rights. That is the way it should be.
Rap is not music, and clones are not people.
I want to be able
Facts.
to play
Don't care about
Dreamcast
clones.
and not worry about all of these talks and arguments I have to do.
I want to work on my Chow Garden in Sonic Adventure 2.
All right,
So
that's
you-
all the time I've got for today. I've got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
God, and there's a lot of parts in this movie where like you don't realize who is the clone and who isn't, because
No, it's really hard.
yeah, because what they do is they keep switching the two of them. They're always wearing either red or blue, but they keep switching which of the two of them is wearing red and which of the two of them is wearing blue.
It really simulates what it would be like if there was a clone.
Oh damn, you're right. It's art. Forgot.
Dude, this movie was art, actually.
I always forget that these movies are like timeless art pieces. God.
Do you think they're ever gonna remake any of these?
Can you imagine like You Lucky Your Dog?
We need to re-up the copyright on Under Wraps, so we need to remake Under Wraps.
Under Wraps is just not the same without Homer at the helm. You know?
Yeah.
They changed it so that it was Bender from Futurama, and it just isn't the same.
They really dumbed it down for kids.
Not all the songs are there. the Brink song isn't there anymore, and it just changes the whole thing. There's no more ska music. Ugh.
Oh my god, a Brink remake would have no ska.
Oh, it wouldn't. Yeah, and it would
What
be
do
the
skater
worst.
kids listen to now?
Hip hop.
Really?
Yeah, it would just be like Drake. No, it'd be
It'd
like
be
it would be like, you know what it would be? It would be a Lil
Vaporwave.
Nas X ripoff. Vaporwave. Vaporwave.
It'd be vaporwave, yeah.
It would absolutely
all
be
those kids
Vaporwave.
listening to C-Punk. I want a decom about shoegaze.
I want a decom that has Vaporwave in replacement for the ska. When do you think that'll happen? At what year
What year?
will Vaporwave become the norm?
I feel like it already came and went.
Yeah, I agree. Because there was
We're gonna get to one that's from like 2013, and it's gonna have vaporwave in it.
it'll be like, oh my god, oh my god.
Just Macintosh Plus playing in the background.
Can you imagine like, the new High School Musical series? All of the background music is Vaporwave. All of the musical songs are like musical songs but Vaporwave.
Oh my god, they're the High School Musical songs, but vaporwaved.
God, what can you imagine like school's out for the summer but in Vaporwave? It would be like be like the full title would be like Days Keep Going By and By and Now School's Out. Can we get a coffee sometime?
But all of the text would be those like
Yeah.
weird letters, and there'd be a space in between each one.
And Spotify wouldn't know how to display it, so there would be like a big white box between every letter.
It would be cubes and then a tilde at the end.
There's a song that I have in one of my playlists that when it's in the playlist, it shows up as that, but when you actually click on it, it shows the actual name, and it is exactly that. It is like
That's amazing.
Wingdings font. It's so funny. I don't know how they did it, but it inspires me to want to make a song so I can make it in Wingdings, the title in Wingdings.
Vaporwave is the Wingdings of music.
I was gonna go with ska as the Wingdings of music, but I agree a lot more with Vaporwave being the Wingdings of music.
It's
'Cause it's like-
incomprehensible, and it's just stolen from other things.
Exactly. It's like it's incomprehensible. It's like it exudes that sort of like web, like commercialism,
Yeah.
early
Dot-com
computer,
boom.
vibe by nature. Yeah. What else happened in this movie?
It was a dance. You got a girlfriend, clone.
Oh,
I should actually look at my notes.
There's the part where they have the family has their grandpa, and he's in like a retirement home. And every time they go to visit him, he just like looks at the TV and he won't talk to them. And they're like, "Grandpa, come on." And then what happens is the main kid gets so like lazy that he's like, "All right, clone, why don't you go to the family thing and you go see my grandpa?" And he's like, "But it's your grandpa." And he's like, "Yeah, he won't
Well,
know."
he's your grandpa now.
Yeah.
He gives away the family members he doesn't like to his clone.
He's like, "All right, at Thanksgiving, hey, you better watch out, great aunt Margaret, because if you don't back off, I'm gonna give you to my clone. You're gonna be my clone's great aunt."
Into the clone family.
The clone family, the Clone Wars. And so they go to visit him with the clone. They obviously don't know at this point that it's a clone, and he just stands everybody like goes to talk to Grandpa. And he walks in front of the TV, and the grandpa goes, "Huh?" And he starts talking to him regularly.
No.
And it's just like, "You solved my puzzle."
You skipped a part. He touches his face
Oh,
and
yeah.
says, "Does it hurt to be old?" And then the grandpa starts to tear up and says, "Not today, it doesn't."
But
Beautiful scene.
It's like it was just like a puzzle he had to figure out.
Barely a puzzle. You had to
Yeah.
just interact with the old man. Just
Touch
get in
him
front
in
of
the
the TV
face.
and touch him.
And be like, "Hey, you're old." And he goes, "Shit, you're right.
Damn,
Thanks
you're
for
right.
Damn. Damn straight I am."
Are you a fucking clone?
"I don't want no fucking clones in my house."
So this movie implies that the main character, Will, has a genius level super intellect.
It totally does.
But it doesn't really ever show us that.
Yeah, because all throughout the movie, the clone has this really big giga brain, and the clone
And he
keeps
keeps
being like,
telling him
"It's
that
inside you all
he
along."
also
Yeah.
he also has the giga brain, but he's too worried.
Yeah, and at no point does Will apply himself in a way that looks like he's learning and being like, "Wow, I really do have this giga brain." He just sort of stays stagnant throughout the whole movie.
Yeah. It's weird. Also, they have a psychic link. Did we mention that?
No, we didn't. And that's, oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So what happens is the first time that they figure this out is because Will is sitting at a dinner and the clone is in the room, and the clone's looking around and dancing along to old MTV music videos.
This is where he learns the dance in the lunchroom.
Yeah.
That's the dance he does.
And so he looks in the closet and a mask falls, and it's a scary mask, and he screams. And Will at the dinner table a couple seconds later also screams.
It's simultaneous.
Oh, it's not simultaneous. It's delayed. It's definitely delayed.
No, the cut of the movie is delayed, but
Yeah.
in canon it's
Yeah.
simultaneous. Otherwise,
it's-
the parents would have heard the scream.
Right, but it's not clear immediately that that's what's happening. So it looks like he's covering for him, and he gets back upstairs. And he's like, "We're cyclically connected." And later there's kind of a funny thing where it's after the first day that the clone goes to school, and he comes back, and this is after he's fixed all of his old bully ships and things like that, and the clone is doing homework in the room, and then Will sees his bully, and Will shrieks, and then it cuts to the clone sitting in the room alone, and he's doing homework, and he just goes, "Ah!"
That was a good part.
That's a good part. There's a part where he cucks his clone.
That's true. He totally does.
Yeah, where his clone is into this girl, the one who he doesn't like, who Will doesn't like. I guess the clone isn't really into her that much, but she
The
fell
clone
in love
doesn't
with the
feel
clone.
sexual feelings.
No, the clone actually probably doesn't have genitals at all.
Let's talk about that. Do you think the clone has fully working genitalia? I think it does.
Bet on it. Does the clone have genitalia?
I think
Let's-
yes.
When Mrs. Pill comes on the show, we should ask her what
Could-
the reality of it was.
Now, Miss Pill, did you see the genitals?
Was the clone a real boy or was it an animatronic?
So what was the clone movie magic, or did they really clone that boy?
Was it twins or was it movie magic?
Was it twins or was it a real clone?
Now, did they at any point consider making this movie into a Parent Trap-esque movie?
Parent Trap, but they're clones.
It would be like
The parents get a divorce and they're like, well, we can't decide who gets custody, so we'll just clone her.
Can you imagine living your whole life with the knowledge that you're a clone?
That would fuck me up, dude.
I think that would fuck me up.
I couldn't handle it.
If it were two British kids, it would be Parent Chaps.
If they were cowboys.
Parent Chaps. That's what Horse Sense was. Parent Chaps.
Parent Chaps.
Except for that one's more of an older brother chap, isn't it?
It was cousin.
That's right. God, I forget.
The actor. This is the same actor from Horse Sense.
It is. It is? Oh, it is. It totally is.
And he hasn't improved.
No. No. It's really troublesome because he acts with himself a lot. And you can tell, like, when you see the two different characters, they're separate characters. But that's because he plays the clone like he's got, like, a mental block.
Yeah. He plays the clone in sort of an insensitive kind of way.
Yeah, genuinely really insensitive kind of way.
But to be fair, he's like 12.
Right, yeah. That one's going to fall on the director or whoever. I don't know.
The
Blame
director told him to do it.
All right, now, son, do you know what a mental illness is? Do you know anybody at your school?
He's the showrunner of Star Trek Enterprise for the final season.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Well, he went far, I guess.
He did the sequel?
He did the sequel?
Damn. All right. Maybe he's cool. I don't know. We haven't seen sequel yet.
They hired him for Star Trek because of the sequel.
Oh my God, you might be right. Or maybe the other way around. If the sequel is like a Star Trek episode, that's going to be the best one of these ever.
It really will. It really will. Oh my God, it really will. Oh, and then like this movie gets to like a good conclusion. I guess a good conclusion isn't the right word for it. There's like this like standoff between the two clones, not the one clone and the one boy, and the lab people who are trying to like take back the clone because it's their intellectual property and they don't want like the serum getting out.
No, because it's not their intellectual property. Because they forgot to patent it.
Right. But because they want to make it their intellectual property. Yeah. And they don't want the kid to leak it to like BuzzFeed or whatever.
Which is hilarious because like,
can you imagine?
Just ask the kid not to.
Yeah, it's really easy. It's so easy.
You give a kid
if you give a kid $200. If you give a kid a cloning
they'll do anything.
Fluid.
Seriously, $200 is like an unbelievable amount of money to a kid that age.
Right? Like if I were that age and I got $200, I cannot tell you how many Pokemon plushies I could be able to buy.
Yeah.
If you give a kid a cloning serum, he'll ask for $200. If you give a kid $200, he'll ask for that's the new book.
That's the new book.
They're coming out with an Amazon series surrounding that book.
Are they really?
I think
Which
so.
one?
All of them. They're all the characters in the series, and I don't think at any point
every single one.
I don't think at any point they have a slippery slope type narrative. I think it's just the characters. Yeah.
The characters are just animals. It's just rat.
Yeah.
And horse.
Yeah, I know. It's a little old lady who swallowed a fly for children.
That is for children.
Little old lady who swallowed a fly?
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified of that story. I do not think that is for children. I was scared she was going to explode.
What's the one where the lady just dies?
I think that's the spider one.
Little Miss Muffet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one scared me because she just dies.
Yeah, because the house explodes and she dies all because she was trying to get a spider. That's where my arachnophobia came from.
Yeah. So they do a big standoff with the two guys, Because the two guys, of course, have a special serum that makes the clone live forever.
Oh, yeah. This part. Yeah. Which it doesn't make sense because they want him to live forever, and so does the kid. And so they're both trying to...
revealed, like, right before the final scene,
Yeah.
that the clone only lives about a month.
Yeah, which they should have introduced at the beginning of the movie. That would have had so much better tension and, like...
It really would have.
Dramatic irony, and it would be a good setup and payoff. Like, they could have even been like, well, we don't have to worry about it for long. The clone will be gone in 4 months.
I think...
Or 4 weeks.
I legitimately believe almost every DCOM is a one-shot writing job
Yeah.
where they just go through it in order.
Yeah, and then they get to the end and whatever happens, happens.
And then they
Absolutely.
ship it.
Absolutely. There's no way they got through the draft and they went, oh, that's a good idea. Let's, like, weave that back into the start and let's just rewrite it. Let's give it another go. I'm pretty sure
The only
it's
one
two
that
people...
felt like that was Xenon.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. All the other ones felt like two people improvising.
Yeah, it felt like we wrote them.
It does kind of feel like if we were to do an improv show and we would have, like, the cue, one of you is the kid who has a science project and you made a clone of yourself for the science project. And then we would come up with the jokes of, like, you go to school and he eats a pizza and he's like, oh shit, this is really good pizza. And he starts dancing because of it.
Yeah, that sounds like something we would come up with. A kid loves pizza so much he dances.
In an improv scenario where we had to come up with an entire narrative, I think that sounds exactly up our alley.
I think we would talk about the clone's penis, but I don't know.
we would sort of trend towards the clone's penis and something pornography, something 9/11.
Yes.
Just knock them all out in one.
Did we talk about the sister in this movie? She was really cool.
The sister, oh my god, she was so cool. The sister was really cool.
She was really cool.
She was like, okay, so you know how, like, there was always the person at school who was cooler than you? Like, no matter who you were, there was always a person at school who was cooler than you?
No, not really.
Well, the person who was cooler than them, that's what this sister was like.
Yeah.
She was like 2 Kevin Bacons away. What
was her bacon number?
Yeah, what's your Will sister's number?
Yeah, what is Will's sister's number?
We want to know so that she can be on the show.
Yeah, so she can be on the show.
Right.
You remember that weird scene where she's talking to the clone in the garage?
Yes, I was actually just going to bring that up. And the clone checks her out, and it's her brother.
And yeah, and then she's like kind of flirting back with him, and then he says something weird from TV, and she's like,
yeah,
don't say that in front of anybody else.
Yeah, I don't like that.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
what was that supposed to be?
What's that? I don't. So what happened basically was that scene happened, and then we didn't say a word about it because both of us kind of realized how disgusting weird it was. Like,
that's what I thought there. Yeah. I agree, yeah.
Like, okay, we're assuming that it didn't come from Will, like Will's brain didn't copy over.
Legitimately, during that scene, I went, in my brain, is the clone going to fall in love with his sister?
God.
And is that okay?
Yeah. Is that, like, morally and legally okay?
I mean, genetically they're the same, so they're still genetically brother and sister, right? So that's bad.
But it's not... I mean, yeah, I guess that's right.
No, defend it, please.
Usually the phrase is by blood, and I don't think he shares literally any blood with his mom because
they're related by cloning serum.
By cloning serum. Oh God, this is like a movie for all the times that all of the times that brothers and sisters went out in public and everybody thought that they thought that everybody thought they were dating because they were walking together and they were a guy and girl. This is a movie for that.
This one goes out to you.
That's the moral of the story, guys. That's the moral of the story.
You know, people who don't look like their sibling and look about the same age.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah, no, that's never happened to me.
Oh God! And the worst part about the end of this movie is it ends in a spot where like the police get there and the police are like, "Yo, what happened? Hey, whoa!" And then the two of them are like, "We're cousins."
We're identical cousins.
Identical cousins. How? Okay, how would that work? Think about just let's play in that space. How would you achieve identical cousins?
Well, Evan.
Yeah. You
I
would
don't
have
think-
to.
I think we just sort of got done talking about how you would achieve identical cousins.
Yeah, exactly. So like, the parents are okay with it. The parents are like, okay, yeah, we'll go along with that. That sounds like a good idea.
Mm-hmm, very good. Yeah.
Because what happens is like the movie sort of fades to black there, and then it fades back up, and they're at their house, and they're like, so I guess this is our family now. Yep, this is our family now. Yeah, we have to not tell anybody. You can't tell anyone. So you've been here the whole time? Yep,
And
I have
gave him
been.
a new name.
They did.
Because for the whole movie, the clone is called Tooie.
Banjo Tooie.
Banjo Tooie is the boy's name.
In the other, they have another one. They have the end of the movie reveals that they're having another clone, and his name is Nuts and Bolts.
You cut out. I'm so upset. Did you say Nuts and Bolts?
I did say Nuts and Bolts.
Yes, good. You cut it. I was so nervous.
That's so funny. His name is. The reason I cut out is because there's no other good Banjo-Kazooie games.
There's like no other Banjo-Kazooie games. I think there's a kart racer.
Is there really a kart racer?
They're gonna reboot this movie, and the boy's gonna be named Ukulele, and nobody's gonna like him.
His name will be Yuka. And then they're at their house and their grandpa is there too. I don't know why.
Because he moved in with them. Because he's not, dying anymore.
They solved the whole thing just by him standing in front of their television, touching his face and saying, "What's the light? Is it hard being old?"
Okay, Evan. Real talk. Old people love it when you touch them.
Yeah, it's true.
Because nobody wants to touch them.
Yeah. And so it's like,
go touch an old person.
hey, everybody,
all right, that's our
go.
call to action.
Yeah. Next time you see an old person, grab them on the cheeks, give them a taste of their own medicine. They love that shit.
And ask them, does it hurt to be old?
Ask them, does it hurt when you fell from your top of your stairs? Is that weird?
That's a bit much, I think.
I think that's
but
a bit
it's
much.
Pretty good.
Because you can't say, did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because that's insensitive, because old people fall all the time.
Yeah, no, you need to
say,
sincerely ask if it hurt when they fell.
Yeah, you have to really actually get in there and be like, hey, for real though? Do you need like help? Are you okay? Did it hurt when you fell down the stairs? I am here to help you. I am your paramedic. This is the reason I'm touching your face, is I'm making sure you have a pulse. Please, old lady, I'm not your child. Oh God, we need to get you to the hospital. You hit your head real hard.
So, Evan, what did you think of The Other Me?
I'll give it a 5. Like exactly middle of the road, DCOM.
I'm giving this a 6. It was
okay.
Fun. I had fun thinking about clones.
I guess that's fair. There's some merits in which this movie is
sister.
Good. Yeah, I still think that there was a lot of parts where this movie jumped into concepts with its full head and didn't think about them before it did so.
For sure. This movie was trying to say something, and I don't think anybody really knew what it was trying to say.
I don't think they really knew what it was trying to say. I think
not at all.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we're filming. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
We'll give this movie a meaning in post.
So, what about the bets? What happened?
My bet was
he didn't die.
No, he didn't die.
He was going to, but then they fixed him.
Yeah, he was also going to run away. So I think one of our things was that he was gonna, like, how is it going to end? Yeah, how is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna leave and live with somebody else.
Yeah, I wanted a clone fight, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, they kind of fought a little bit, but there was no point in which they had a falling out, which kind of stinks. I kind of wish they did.
No, I wanted him and his clone to fight another set of people who were clones.
Well, they did kind of home alone their way through the like lab people.
Right, but I wanted one of those lab guys to clone himself to try to catch the clone. That would be cool.
Totally. And then it would be like, I could see a plot point in this movie where like the lab guy clones himself as well as the kid, and then they have like a clone meeting and they go public with their cloning, and then everybody's like, they do like a public sort of thing where it's like, look at this cloned boy and look at this cloned adult. Isn't that so crazy? These are the first 2 clones on planet Earth. And then they steal him from there, which wouldn't make sense. Because if they went public, there's a lot of stuff in this movie that barely follows. It barely tracks.
No, it really just trucks along through it all.
Yeah, and it just sort of goes, hey, y'all, just suspend your disbelief at this one.
So, Evan, do you know what the next one is?
Yeah, the next one is actually a branded movie from Tony the Tiger, and it's called Give It All Your Stripes.
It's called Tony Tiger Pro Skater.
It's called Tony Tiger Pro Skater, semicolon, Give It All Your Stripes. And it's a movie starring Tony the Tiger, but it's him from childhood, and he grows up to become an adult. And when he's an adult, he's like a big name guy.
It actually took 12 years to make.
It did. It was filmed like Boyhood. Boy time.
Tigerhood.
Tiger time.
Tiger time.
Tiger time.
It's tiger time. That's Tony the Tiger's famous catchphrase. He's always like, it's tiger time.
They're tiger time.
There's tigers. It's actually Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire.
Mom? Oh, God. Okay. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this actually is gonna line up real well, Duncan.
Yeah, this will come out on November 1st.
Why don't we? It'll be perfect. We'll miss the mark just barely, and we'll pretend we didn't.
Yeah.
All right. The Hanson kids have major social engagements planned, but all have been grounded. So they are delighted when their mom gets a date, enabling them to sneak out unnoticed. However, their delight is short-lived when brother Taylor suspects her new boyfriend is a bloodsucker.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I don't like the way that was written. I felt very uncomfortable reading every single word in that sentence.
Yeah, it sort of used bloodsucker as a slur.
It really did. A bloodsucker. Y'all, can you imagine you went to a Halloween store, somebody was asking around for some bloodsucker teeth?
Oh my god.
Y'all got any bloodsucker teeth in here?
Do you carry bloodsucker costumes?
Hard R bloodsucker, goddammit.
Oh, that's
oh
good. All
god,
right.
this sucks.
So we got a bet on the movie.
So I think, okay, my bet is that the vampire is gonna have retractable teeth, and the moment that Taylor thinks that he's gonna be able to figure out, he's gonna suck those teeth back in and trick him and make him not think he's a vampire.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm gonna say that the vampire will do things that if he's not a vampire would be very wrong to do with children.
Yes, okay. Yep.
It is going to be very hard to watch this movie knowing that this was a real man doing this to these children and not a fun vampire.
There's no way that this movie is not going to be like one of the most uncomfortable watches.
Let's go down to the cast list. Who's in this one? Jake Epstein. Welcome back.
Welcome. Wait, is he really?
Yeah, he's actually also in this one.
That's so good. We're gonna get like a reprisal of his role.
Yeah, our old pal Jakey Epps coming back as Bradley.
Bradley again. Bradley 2. God,
Bradley
boy, I can't
2.
wait. I can't wait to see this bloodsucker really just live it up in this city with this movie.
I can't wait to see what he does to those children.
Well, Duncan, do you want to plug the show?
What do you mean plug the show?
Put the end on it and say what people should do with the show.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to either.
No, I don't know what to say.
Oh.
I mean, like, listen to it, but you just did, so.
Right. I mean, you could, like, listen to it with another person. Actually, now thinking back on the episode, maybe you shouldn't listen to any episode with another human being present.
No, get your clone yourself, bring your sister in.
Yeah, Clone yourself, not your sister. Bring them both in. Listen to this episode in the car. Go on a road trip.
Try to get your sister and your clone to,
Yeah. Do a road trip so that your sister and your clone hook up.
Yeah. Is that wrong? To set up your sister with your clone.
That sounds like the plot of a movie waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like somebody would write that as like a fan fiction sort of thing, but then of this movie, and then they would replace the names so that it's not this movie.
Like, in this fan fiction, you're Harry Styles' sister, and he's cloned himself.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then you fall in love with the clone, and then there's like no moral like deep dive into if it's okay. It's just sort of assumed that it is.
Yeah, because it's a clone. Like, it's
and
not
a
him.
fan fiction.
It's also Harry Styles, so it's fine.
And also in the real movie, they would change it so you're not the sister, you're just the best friend.
Right.
And then you could be best friends with Harry Styles and date Harry Styles. You get the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Man, your best friend could be your boyfriend, but they're also separate.
Yeah.
People. But
yeah.
they're duplicates.
And then you'd say, I finally got to marry my best friend. Separate people.
He's his own best man at his wedding.
Imagining Harry Styles both in a suit for the marry and in a suit for the best man is so funny. It's like the image of Obama giving himself a medal, but it's him patting himself on the back like, good job, dude. I'm proud of you, man.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, it's a visual and a half.
Yeah, so I don't know. Rate 5 stars on iTunes.
僕らの街のお薬屋さん